Hello, everybody, and once again, welcome to my YouTube channel called Living in Hayward, Wisconsin. And today we're going to do an opinion video, and we're going to stray away a little bit from the facts and information about real estate and talk about a more personal side of living in Hayward. I'm going to give you my recommendations after living here for 35 years, best of coffee shops, bars, restaurants, places to get ice cream, best places with a view of the water, etc. So if you want to just tune in and listen along, and we'll get you some information on what is the best of, in my opinion, in Hayward, Wisconsin. Hey everybody, I'm Audrey Miller, the broker owner of Northwest Wisconsin Realty Team. And I'm glad you joined me here on my YouTube channel where we talk about all things real estate related and also about living in Hayward. Maybe you're looking to buy property here. Maybe you bought a second home and you don't know a lot about the area. So I'm going to give you some recommendations today about places to eat, drink, have fun, listen to live music, go for breakfast, all of those kind of things in the Hayward area. I've lived here for about 35 years. And I've been to many, many places around the area. So I feel like I have some good input for you. Now, keep in mind, this is all my opinion. So don't get upset if you have another favorite that doesn't align with mine, or if you're a business owner in the area and I didn't give a shout out to your business or to your, restaurant or bar. These are my personal favorites, and I thought it might be helpful to share them with all of my listeners and my clients and, future buyers or sellers, as they may want to know about the best places to go in the area for certain things. As always, if you're thinking about buying or selling your home, your cabin, even your business, your piece of vacant land, waterfront or not waterfront, if you want to give me a call or text me, reach out by email, and also comment below if there's something you want me to talk about in these videos. Or if you have a differing opinion on what I shared today on the best of in Hayward, I'm happy to hear from you on that as well. So we're going to start with an iconic Northwoods item, the Friday night fish fry. As you all know, if you've ever visited here, basically every restaurant in the area has a fish fry on Friday night. Typically it's cod, either battered or, and deep fried or broiled. Those are typically your choices. Sometimes there's walleye. Anyway, best fish fry. So I'm going to do the favorite, the main one, and then we'll do also an honorable mention. So for fish fry, my best recommendation is Pine Ridge. And this is on Lake Sisibagama, just south and a little bit east of the town of Stone Lake. If you're in the Hayward area, it's going to be about a 25 minute drive. And I will say, when you go there for fish fry, they have only fish and chicken usually. So if you're looking to go for fish fry and some people in your group want something else, that might not be the best choice. But they have a fabulous, fabulous fish fry that's known all around the area. And they also, you can expect to probably have to wait for a little while when you go there for a fish fry. On a Friday night in the summertime, there's going to be a line. So get there early, get some cocktails, plan to hang out. It's beautiful outside, and just enjoy each other's company while you wait to get a table. So that's the first one on the fish fry. The honorable mention is Lost Land Lake Lodge, which is up north of Hayward on Lost Land Lake. They also do a wonderful fish fry, so I'm going to give them an honorable mention. The second item, the best of in Hayward, is ice cream. Everyone loves an ice cream treat in the summertime. And I've got to go with West Dairy, the old standby in Hayward. Has been there for so many years. They do wonderful ice cream, lots and lots of different flavors. They're located one block off of Main Street in Hayward. And that is where I think you're going to get the best ice cream. My honorable mention actually goes to Dairy Queen, because I personally like Dairy Queen ice cream the best. I just like the more creamy texture, whereas a place like West Dairy has that more like hand churned, slightly different texture. So Dairy Queen is my honorable mention, even though that's a fast food chain and you can get that places other than Hayward, obviously. All right, the next category is best bar. So I'm talking about places that don't really serve food or have very limited food menu. We'll get to some restaurant things later, but the best bar in the area And when I say in the area, I'm talking Hayward and maybe a half hour in any direction from there. So I'm going to recommend Three Fly Sisters. This is a new bar on Main Street. They just opened a little over a year ago in February of 2023. This is being recorded in April of 2024. Andrew and Caroline are the owners and they run the show there. The bar is fabulous. It has lots of seating at the bar, and then they've got some other tables as well. They have a lot of tap beers. They have wines. They have non-alcoholic options. They mostly just do charcuterie boards in terms of food. So there's not a lot of food there, but awesome place to go have a few drinks, walk up and down Main Street and stop and see Andrew and Caroline at Three Fly Sisters on Main Street. And then my honorable mention is going to go to the Moccasin. The Moccasin's kind of a Hayward icon. It's been there forever. It's a lime green building on the corner at the intersection between Highway 63 and Highway 27, right in the center of Hayward. This does have new ownership recently, and they only serve pizzas there, but it's a fun bar. It's lively, and it's just one of those places you kind of have to go because it's the place where they have the world record muskie. There's lots of other dead animals on the wall, which is kind of a Hayward common theme. And it looks nicer inside than it does outside. So the Moccasin would be my honorable mention for best bar in the area. The next category is best atmosphere, and I'm talking about restaurants and bars. So I'm going to give a shout out to the Angry Minnow. I love the atmosphere in the Angry Minnow. It's that old brick building. It's got super high ceilings inside. It always feels so cozy and inviting. It's got hardwood floors. It's just right there along Highway 63, basically in Hayward, but just as you're going kind of south on Highway 63. It's got a lot of charm, ambiance. I am bummed they took out the wood-burning fireplace that used to be in there, but even so, that would be my place that I would say has the best atmosphere in the Hayward area. And the Angry Minnow has great beers. They do their own brewing there, and they also have a good food selection as well. And then my honorable mention for best atmosphere is the Dock on Round Lake. So the owner there is a guy named Butch, and he took over probably just a year or two ago, and he has done a wonderful job of remodeling in there. It's got a fireplace. It's got high ceilings with these beautiful beams, really nice Northwoods tasteful decor. It's a fun place. There's usually lots of people in there. If you don't like things to be crowded, you might not want to go to the Dock. It'll get pretty crowded in there on the weekend nights. It's not a big place, but really nice, lively atmosphere. A lot of beautiful wood finishes in there. So that's the honorable mention for atmosphere. The next item on the list for my recommendations, again, keep in mind, these are my opinions only, so take them for what they're worth. Best live music in the area. I am going to choose Chippewa Pines on the Chippewa Flowage. They have got the most awesome spot for music in the summertime. They're very consistent with having bands there on Sunday afternoons for sure, and a lot of times on Friday and Saturday night. They've got the coolest outdoor stage area. They've got an outdoor bar, the sandy beach. Like, it just all kind of flows together under these towering pines. And we love to boat there and hang out for a few hours on a Sunday afternoon and listen to some good music, have a couple drinks, get back on the boat. And then my honorable mention for the live music would be Trails End Resort, and that's on Lacoudere. And they do the Sunday afternoon music, and also I believe they still have some music on the weekends otherwise, but they have great live music as well, a large deck patio that you can sit on outside. So that's an honorable mention for the live music recommendation. Best breakfast in the area. This one I think is kind of a hands down. And a lot of people maybe still don't know about this place because it's a little bit out of the way depending on where you're staying in the Hayward area, but it's the Robin's Nest. So Chris and the crew at the Robin's Nest, they have a really great menu. They've got some kind of unusual things like the ham and wild rice omelet. They do a side of baked apples or grits, which is a little bit different than normal. Their menu is quite large, all the things you would expect, but then a lot of extras. They have a really good crepe menu as well. And again, that place, if you go there on a summer weekend morning, you might expect to wait for a half hour, 45 minutes, but great service there. That's located about 20 minutes out on Highway B from Hayward. So if you just come straight out Highway B from Hayward to the east, you will get to the Robin's Nest. It's painted like a robin's egg blue color, and it is on the left-hand side of the road if you're heading east out of Hayward. And then my honorable mention for breakfast would be the Hayward family restaurant. They're located right in the heart of Hayward in the old Northsky Nook building, kind of across from Subway. They know how to get the job done with breakfast. Their breakfast is a little more typical in terms of what you would kind of see at a lot of different restaurants, but they do it really well. Their service is really fast, and they make sure your coffee mug is never empty. And I feel like the staff there is very friendly, and the food is always consistently good breakfast. So that's Hayward Family Restaurant for my honorable mention. Best outdoor space. So this is when you want to go hang out and have drinks and food and just spend time sitting outdoors in the summertime, which is like such a wonderful thing to do. I'm going to give the highest recommendation, and there's tons of places that have this, but I think Tamarack Farms is kind of a unique place that has great outdoor space. You can actually sit in their kind of their sunroom area, which has views just out over the fields and towards the woods. And then they even have some picnic tables outside of that area. Plus, just the atmosphere of that place in general is unique, I think, for the area, and just really nice. They do pizzas, salads, I believe some sandwiches, barbecue. They have really great wine selection, and the outdoor space there, I think, is just wonderful. I have sat there and had drinks in the sun and a lot of good memories with some of my girlfriends sitting there. And then my honorable mention would go to the River Deck. That is the restaurant that is right by the Lumberjack Bowl, just outside of Hayward on Highway B. And you're right along the Namakagon River there. The outdoor space has this like very natural feeling. There's some trees and foliage there, and it's just kind of peaceful. They've got a bar outside as well. So my honorable mention is to the River Deck for outdoor ambiance. And then the next category is best drinks. So this is just places that have really awesome drinks specifically. I am going to mention as the number one, Perlick's Distillery. And Perlick's is located kind of a little bit in the middle of nowhere between Serona and Stone Lake. But if you head out of Stone Lake, it'll take you about 15 minutes to get there. They've also got a great outdoor patio, but their drinks are amazing. So they make their own vodka there. And all of their drinks are vodka based. They've got really good variety of Bloody Marys because they do flavored, infused vodkas in their Bloody Marys. But they always have this seasonal drink menu with vodka as the base. And they have the most flavorful, unique drinks there, I think, in the area. But if somebody else wants to step up and take the title, feel free, let me know and I'll come and see if your drinks are better. But Perlick's Distillery, I would highly recommend. And then my honorable mention for drinks is the Rusty Hook. The Rusty Hook is at the intersection of CC and B, and they don't have a lot of unusual drinks. Why I'm recommending them is because they pour a really strong drink. So we're all Wisconsinites. We like to drink, right? And sometimes you just want to go somewhere where you can get good bang for your buck, get a strong drink, whether that's an old fashioned or a Manhattan or just a whiskey and Coke or whatever you're drinking. The Rusty Hook is known to pour a strong drink. So sometimes that's what you're looking for. That would be a good place to go. And my last recommendation category is for the best coffee shops in the area. We don't have a lot of coffee shops, but there are a few hidden ones that you might not know about that are in little out-of-the-way places, like the Sawmill Saloon has a coffee shop in it up in Sealy. The Boulevard serves coffee. They're down in Northwoods Beach. There's a couple like that you might not be aware of, but obviously every breakfast place also just serves regular coffee. But for coffee drinks, I am going to recommend the Whistle Punk in Stone Lake. I think the atmosphere in there is so great. It just has like that coffee shop vibe. You could sit and hang out for a while. They also do beer there, so you can kind of go either way with that. But they have some sandwiches. I just think it's a really great atmosphere, and they make really good coffee drinks. They even have a lavender flavored one that I've tried, and I think that one's really awesome. So the Whistle Punk in Stone Lake, located right along Highway 70. And my honorable mention for coffee shops will be Backroads Coffee in Hayward. They have been there for a very, very long time. They're located not far from the main intersection of Highway 27 and 63 in Hayward. And they're a fabulous coffee shop as well. They have done some expansion recently, added some more tables, so there's a little more sitting space in there. It's a good place to go with a friend, grab a cup of coffee, hang out for a while, and just enjoy yourselves. So those are my local recommendations. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you'll want to try some of those places. And again, if you have other thoughts on this, please comment below. Send me a message, send me a text, an email. Maybe there's a category that I didn't cover and you'd like my recommendation. Feel free to reach out to me on that as well. And thank you for listening, and I hope you join again soon.